Alright guys, my painting is fairly dry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a very clean cloth and a clean water and just dab away any of those leftover chalk marks you have so as not to get confused. There you go. And if it's still wet in spots that you're not going to paint on, you can always take a clean wet cloth and dab it away later when you're absolutely sure that everything is completely dry and you're not spreading your paint around. Okay, so this last step, I just want to take that small round brush, make sure it's nice and clean. Don't necessarily need the darker colors on it right now. Okay, we've got the smaller brush, round. You see that? Okay. And I've got the silver paint. Your silver paint there. Lots of water. I'm just going to add some little silver highlights. You don't want to align the entire limb. You just want a little sliver, a little wiggle line here and there of silver. Some people like to cheat. They'll use a little Sharpie pen. That's fine. Metallic Sharpies are wonderful. But you notice I'm just kind of twisting the brush, giving a little silver on the left side of the branches that are on the right of the moon, the right side of the branches that are to the left of the moon. I'm just going to take my brush and get a little silver, maybe a little water. You can also do this with watered down gray paint if you want to. If you don't have any silver, white you could do, but it might kind of, it's a little overwhelming with the white. Make sure this bottom branch gets lots of little silver slivers. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to barely touch the brush at first. I'll push down a little harder, and then I'll lift the brush off the canvas at the end of the sliver so that it looks like it's thin and then thick and then thin again. A little slug. Some are long, some are short. And this changes every moment as the wind moves the tree around, as the moon goes through the sky. Up here, I'm not putting as many. I'm assuming these branches are going to be more heavily covered by the leaves. So I'm really focusing them here and there on this part of the tree. Keep your makeup sponge handy, so if you get a little overzealous with your highlights, you can just wipe them off. Another cool thing about the silver is you can always just paint black right back on top of it. So here are those marks there, just here and there, they'll highlight, kind of bring that eye up through the painting. Alright, and then I'm going to do a couple of them in the actual trunk here. So what I'm going to do is I want to here, I'm going to circle around that little knob that I've created. Just kind of follow that edge right there on down past where the black limb stops. So for here, this limb, I'll go along the edge of it, and I'm just going to go a little bit further past where it stops. Same thing here, along that edge, and then just a little bit further past where it stops. I want to do the bottom part. I'm just kind of wiggling that brush in my fingers. You can see, just twisting it, turning it up the sides of these limbs. Okay, notice I did both sides of that one. That's okay. I just figured the moon's coming down equally on both sides, so I've got a couple of little wiggles, maybe a couple just coming up from the bottom there. Anywhere else you want a little special wiggle line, and then step back from your painting. Give yourself a little nod of achievement, because you have just completed one of my originals, Moon Tree. Thank you so much for joining me, and again, I'm going to make more videos as I go, hopefully.